Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be a reading all about your karma, your good karma, and what is going to be the result of it. This reading is entirely influenced and inspired by a new tarot deck that I just got my hands on. It's called the Good Karma Tarot. This is what it looks like. This is what I'm using in today's reading, and I just feel like this deck, the artwork in this deck just makes me very happy in a very calm way, and I just really like using this deck. I love and I really enjoy working with it. So I wanted to do a reading today about your good karma, and I've never done a video like this in the past, so I'm very excited for this video and for you guys to pick your own pile, and hopefully the message is going to resonate with you. So for today's video I have 3 groups prepared for you. As always, we have group number 1 with the rose quartz heart, we have group 2 with the lapis lazuli heart, and group 3 with the green aventurine heart. So what I want you all to do today is take a deep breath, pick either one or multiple of these groups by either looking at the cards or the crystals, and then go into the description box below where you will find the timestamps that correlate to your group's reading. So in case you have picked group number 3, you don't have to watch the whole video, you can just skip forward to your reading. Hi group 1, if you chose the rose quartz heart crystal, then this is going to be your reading for what is going to be the result of your good karma. So we're gonna first find out what your good karma is, and I'm going to be using tarot for that. So starting off for you guys, we have the Star, the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the Tower, and the 9 of Wands. So what I can see here straight away, group number 1, is that you are just a very loving person, which makes sense why you picked the rose quartz crystal. There is just a lot of love in your heart. There is a lot of kindness in your heart for other people. You guys, group number 1, are my empaths. You are so kind-hearted, you are so sweet, you are so nice, and you just don't want to see anyone suffering. You don't want to see anyone in pain. You don't want to see anyone sad. You're always lifting people up. I feel like your energy is so bright and positive that a lot of people come to you when they're sad. A lot of people are attracted to you when they're feeling low, so that you can bring more joy into their life, so you can bring more hope into their life. Your good karma is that whenever someone needs you, you're always there for them. You're like this shoulder that people can cry on. You're someone that people can lean on, can depend on, especially when they feel like nothing in their life is going right. You probably also solve their problems. You're a really good listener. I'm getting very like agony aunt vibes from you guys. I feel like you are the person that your friends, family members, even strangers sometimes feel very comfortable opening up about their life, and you know, things that are going wrong in their life. They feel very comfortable opening up to you. They feel very comfortable being vulnerable with you because they know that you're not going to judge them. You're only going to help them. You're only going to be there for them. You're only going to support them unconditionally. Your good karma is that you open up your heart and you let everyone in. You just take care of everyone. So now let's see what you're going to be getting as a result of all of this good karma. So first up we have protection, followed by boundaries. So something that I can see in protection is that you are a very protective person. You feel very protective towards others. You just want to, you know, hug people, wrap them around in like warm, cozy, loving energy. When they're feeling sad and low, you just want to protect them. You just want to keep them safe. But the thing with empaths is that because they're so nice, because they're so giving, because they sometimes put other people before themselves, they sometimes tend to attract some toxic people into our life who take advantage of our niceness. And there is a possibility that you have experienced this in your life, where people have come into your life and just taken from you, just taken from your energy, have had your support in their lowest moments, but when you needed them, they were nowhere to be found. For some of you, I'm also getting that if you were really there for someone who wasn't there for you, and if you confronted them and asked them why they were not there for you when you were there for them, they would say, oh, but I didn't ask you to be there for me. You wanted to be there for me yourself. That was a choice that you made, which I think is a very disrespectful thing to say to someone. But I do feel like some of you in this group may have heard things like that. And what's coming into your life and what the result for your good karma is that you are being protected from people like these. While it's completely okay for you to be an empath and to feel deeply for people and to care about people, it's not okay to put someone else above your own needs every single time. I feel like this is the group where some of you have put someone else and someone else's sorrows on such a high priority that you have neglected your own needs. I can see you making yourself a priority. I can see you honoring your boundaries, saying no more often. I'm gonna add a few more cards to get some more messages. So here we have the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I do feel like what's coming into your life and the result of your good karma is that you are going to be more intuitive. I feel like you will just intuitively know who is coming into your life and for what purpose. You will know how to say no to toxic people who are only taking from you and never giving you anything in return, or are just people who are taking advantage of your good heart, of your pure soul. I won't be surprised if at the moment or sometime in the future you're going to start experiencing losing a few friends, losing a few connections, and that's because you are being protected. These people are just in your life to take advantage of you, and I feel like your higher self and your spirit guides, the universe, God, are just going to remove these people from your life. There are some people in your life who you probably help, you probably hear them out, you're there for them, but every time you meet them, you come back feeling so drained and tired because this person has just drained all of your good energy from you. And I feel like you're going to realize who these people are and cut them out of your life. You're going to make yourself a priority. You're going to realize that if your cup is empty, then you won't be able to fill someone else's cup. So I do see that you are still going to be an empath. You will still be here to help people. You will still be a kind person who wants to be there for people. But what's coming into your life is this realization that in order to fill someone else's cup, sometimes it's necessary for us to take a step back to fill our own cup, to spend some time in solitude, to spend some time by ourselves, to not constantly be there for people. And also this protection and guidance that is coming in the form of your intuition, in order to help you filter out the people who you should be there for and who are just here to take advantage of you. You will be able to have better connections in your life because of these boundaries. So that is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading. Give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 2, if you chose the Lapis Lazuli heart, then this is going to be your reading for what is going to be the result of your good karma. So starting off, I want to first find out what your good karma is, and I'm going to be using tarot for that. So your first few cards are the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands, the World, Justice, and the High Priestess. Now, your good karma group number 2 is that you're a very fair, a very just person. You always want to do the right thing. And that's why you treat people with a lot of love, with a lot of respect. You're always teaching yourself new things. You're making yourself aware of newer cultures, new people, new communities, so that you can be kind to everyone. You guys are very intuitive. I feel like you always know in your gut what is the right thing to do, and even if everyone else is tempting you to take a shortcut, you can't bring yourself to doing something wrong. You can't bring yourself to taking advantage of someone else. You are just someone who wants to do the right thing and always does the right thing. Even if you're the only one in the room doing the right thing, or standing up for the truth, or standing up for other people who are maybe, not as privileged as you will still do it. Even if it is just armchair activism that you do on Twitter or on Instagram or any other social media, I feel like you like to stand up for and use your voice for people who don't have a voice of their own. For some of you, I feel like you are advocates of the LGBTQ community, of minorities, people who are not very easily acceptable in the community. I feel like you really stand up for them. You want the world to be a better place for everybody to live in. You could also be someone who's in politics, so you want to make like a big change. You could use your art or your creativity to instigate change. I feel like you guys are a catalyst for change. Even if you work in like a corporate environment, and if you're kind of stuck in the rat race where you kind of have to step on other people's toes to get ahead in life, or if you have to play, mind games, you have to manipulate, you have to indulge in some office space politics, I feel like those are the kind of things you stay away from. You believe that your hard work and you being fair and just is going to get you where you need to go in life, and a lot of people respect you for that. So now let's see what's going to come into your life and what is the result of your good karma. So first up we have blooming, and then we have individuality. Okay, so in blooming, like I said, I do see you as like a catalyst for change. You bringing into light things that people don't really see, things that people are not really aware of. I feel like you use your voice, you use your privilege to talk about things that no one else is talking about but are important to be talked about. And by doing so, I feel like you're not just bringing more wisdom into other people's life, you're also bringing a lot of light, a lot of hope, a lot of love into the life of people who you are standing up for. I feel like more and more people are going to realize and see the good that you are doing, and you are going to receive praise for it. You are going to receive success because of it. With the individuality, I also do feel like this is something that you do for a living. Maybe you're an activist or a politician. You could be like a legal advisor in a non-profit organization. We're gonna add on some more cards for you. So we have the Moon. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. The result of your good karma is going to be that you're going to become more aware, you're going to get more guidance, you're going to get more resources, you're going to be connected to the right kind of people. You'll get more information about how you can use your gifts to do better, to be better, to encourage other people to be better. With the Ten of Wands, I feel like some of you have felt very different. You have felt like you don't really belong anywhere. Like maybe you have felt like there's something wrong with you because you care so much about things that other people don't care about. Maybe you have been made to feel like a weirdo, like someone who's strange, who's just very different, that you're not normal. But I do feel like the result of your good karma is the Ace of Wands. I feel like your purpose is to stand out. You're not meant to be a follower. You're meant to be a leader. And that's what's coming into your life. You getting more power so that you can lead people. People who now are calling you weird or strange for doing something that's not so conventional will tell other people how they met you. and how, you know, you're their friend or their family member. So if you're feeling a little bit out of place, your advice is to just keep going, keep doing you, because you're on the right path. If other people don't accept you right now, they will in the future. That is going to be the result of your good karma. You're going to shine. You're going to be successful. You're going to be a leader. You're going to be a catalyst for change. You're going to make big changes in other people's lives. Even if it is a small scale community, you know, if it's just your office or just your family or just your friend group. So that is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 2. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 3, if you chose the green aventurine heart, then this is going to be your reading for what is going to be the result of your good karma. So starting off, I want to find out what your good karma is, and I'm going to be using tarot for that. So your first cards are Strength, the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, the Chariot, and the 10 of Wands. So your good karma, group number 3, is that you have been challenging authority. You have been breaking generational curses, challenging old traditions, challenging how we view gender, how we view how things should be done. We're challenging traditions. You could be fighting for equality. You could be, you know, educating your family that just because no one in my family, no female in my family has been to school or has had a job or has had the choice of choosing their own partner, doesn't mean that that's just how things should be done, and that doesn't mean that that's the right way to go. And you're challenging these, you know, these traditions, these sort of ideas that are holding us back as a society. You don't really have to be a woman to fight for women's right. I mean, if you're a man, you could also be, you know, someone who wants equality, wants to see your wife, your children, your daughters, your sisters, you know, be able to go to school, be able to make choices for themselves, make choices in their own lives, have the freedom to choose and make their own life decisions. You could be challenging gender norms. Why is it not normal for men to show their emotions? It shouldn't be made fun of if a man wants to express his feelings, if he wants to cry. I feel like you're the people who are standing up to maybe an authority figure. You're standing up to people in your family, people in your community who are hell-bent on suppressing you in the name of traditions. In the name of, oh, this is how things are done in our family, or this is how things are done in our community. I feel like you're challenging these traditions, these values. So let's see what is going to come into your life, what is going to be the result of your good karma. So first up, we have persistence and then renewal. So I do feel like you are going to continue to persist. You have the strength to, you know, fight these battles. You have the strength to question authority without fear, and you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going till the adults or till people around you start seeing eye to eye with you, start seeing that it is time for a few traditions to change, for us to renew how a few things are done in our society or in our family. You can still be rooted in tradition, you can still be traditional, you can still respect your culture, you can still respect your values, but you can also be open to change. You can also be open to adapt to the times that we live in now. Adding on to that, we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, the result of your good karma is, if you keep persisting, because you do have the strength, you will eventually get there. There is a sense of individuality here. you will be able to show other people how they can be traditional, be respectful towards cultures and traditions, but still find their own identity, and still, tailor make some customs and some traditions to be more realistic, to be more grounded, to be more practical. And you will be moving away from older traditions that are probably really disrespectful, really demeaning, really sexist, but things that have been happening in the name of tradition, in the name of culture, in the name of family values. I feel like you are going to be changing that. I feel like the result of your good karma is that you will be successful in being able to change the mindset. I feel like the result of your good karma is going to be that you will be able to bring about that change in people's thinking. If you've been wondering if you're on the right path, then this is confirmation to you that you are on the right path. Asking for equality or asking for the freedom to be able to take your own life decisions is not asking for too much. So that is the reading that I have for you guys. Group number 3, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading, and also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys.